Okay, so here is the second part of our benchmark review, starting with number 9. It says find the number of solutions for each equation. If you don't know what that means, here's a quick review of the number of solutions that can happen. We can have one solution, and that's when the variable equals a number. That's the normal thing that we've been doing when we isolate for the variable. We can have 0 solutions, and that happens when the variable terms cancel all the way out, meaning there's no more variable term, and the numbers left over do not equal. So, for example, like if you end up with -10 equals 4, that's a false statement. So then that means that there are no solutions or 0 solutions. And then the last kind is many solutions or infinite solutions, and that's when all the variable terms cancel all the way out, and the numbers left equal each other. So for example, 5 equals 5 or 2 equals 2. Okay, so back to the worksheet. So if I solve this equation here, I'm just going to do this one right here. Solve this equation. I want to, since I have an x on both sides of the equation, I need to cancel one of them out. And so in the process of canceling out one of the terms, it ends up canceling out both terms because 6x minus 6x canceled out. So I'm left with a -12 equals a -20. So which situation is that? Yeah, that's when they don't equal each other. So the number of solutions here are 0 solutions. Okay, so that would be, that's our answer, and this is our proof. We ended up with -12 equals -12, which, I mean -20, which is false. So that's what we're going to do. What they're asking you to do for the next 3 is solve for x and see how many solutions is going to come out. So there you go. Number 10, it says choose the option that would create an equation with infinite solutions. Infinite. So that means what? That means all, so review, to be infinite, that means all the variable terms have to cancel out, and then the numbers left have to equal each other. So you have to think about what we should put into this blank spot to make it so that all the variable terms will cancel out, and you will be left with 2 numbers that equal each other. Number 11. Which of these are solutions to the equation? Select all that apply. So it can have more than one answer. So one way you can do this is solve the equation itself and see what the answer is. Or you can take each of these values of x and one at a time, plug in -8 into each x, work it out and see if it comes out true. If it comes out true, like the same number equals itself, then it is a solution. If it comes out to a false statement, then it's not a solution. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Or maybe I'll do one. I'll do with the small number right here. So all you have to do is check the other 2. I plug in 2. So I put -5 times 2 times 2 plus 3 equals 7 times 2 minus 8 minus 17 times 2 minus 7. See, so I plugged in the 2 in for all the x's, and now I use my order of operations. So here inside the parentheses, I do 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 7. So I get 7 times -5 equal here. I got multiplication twice, so I have 14 minus 8 minus, here I got 34 minus 7. So here, that's -5 times 7. -5 times 7 is -35. So now I got to see if this side is going to equal to -35. So 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 gives me 6. Minus 34 minus 7. So 6 minus 34 gives me a negative, what, 28? So I bring down the minus 7. So -28 minus 7 is a -35. So here, -35 equals -35. So C is a solution to this equation. All right. So check to see if -8 and 5 are solutions to the equation, or if they're not. Okay, next we have number 12. So here I want you to take the time out to read that and circle and underline, highlight anything that's important. Okay, so I took time out to read through it, and I circled all the things that are numbers, underlined things that what those numbers stand for, and I highlighted the actual question that they want us to answer. What is the maximum number of pounds that his package could be? So I'm not going to necessarily go through how to solve this because I want you guys need to know how to do it, but these are some things you should do is highlight or circle anything that's important. Then kind of make a verbal equation. Don't go straight to an equation, or draw out the situation, something that'll help you identify or visualize what's going on, either words or a picture, some symbols. Do that first and then try to put it into an equation or solve for the question that they ask right there. So that's as far as I'm going to go with that. Number 13. Number 13, it says, which of the following statements is correct based on the number line below? And I put use lesson 1.9 notes, which is approximating roots that are not perfect squares, or the video. So you can either watch the video for 1.9 or look at your notes that you have for 1.9. And after doing that, you should be able to answer this question right here. So again, I don't want to do all the work for you because I want you to at least give yourself a chance to think about it, give yourself a chance to work it out and see if you can do it, because that's the whole purpose of a review. Can you do these problems? If you can, you are ready for the benchmark. If not, you need to learn how to do it for the benchmark. All right.